changia hujulikana na asiyechangia anajulikana. Asante sana Mr. Speaker.
Honorable MCA, you may now proceed to respond to those queries.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And Mr. Speaker, before I proceed, now that I'll need to very fast respond to all the issues raised, I wish you would guide me so that I may not take long. But then let me try my level best. The Honorable Senator Cherargei talked about Section 45. That is the appointment of CS and the COs. Yes, this is done by the Public Service Board, but the County Secretary is part of the Cabinet. And from the amended standing orders of the Kericho County Assembly, we can, as an assembly, discipline the County Secretary, but the COs, we can do the recommendation to the Public Service Board. You talked about the fictitious payment. I think it is because of time. Mr. Speaker, sir, we have the misuse of FLOCA money. This is World Bank money. That is highlighted in my motion, but has not been canvassed in this House. But it is in most of the reports that you have in this House. We also have strategic intervention projects. These are capital projects in the county government of Kericho, and I can highlight one which is captured in my motion, the Kunyak dispensary upgrade to become a health center, where, Mr. Speaker, a certificate of payment of Kenya shillings 8 million was raised even before the contractor started anything on site. It is wrong, and this is when the Committee on Implementation visited the site, the contractor was going to begin the works. But from the information given to the Assembly by the Department of Finance, they claimed that the facility itself is on the slab level and the kitchen is on the walling stage. This is contrary to the findings of the committee which visited the site. Mr. Speaker, we also have the misuse of enough CDP funds. It is also highlighted in my motion. And Mr. Speaker, even if you check the response from the Governor, as of 10th of June, 2025, up to Kenya shillings 281 million, that is 266 million from the World Bank and 15 million from the county government of Kericho contribution has been used. If we had an opportunity to prosecute this, it will be appalling because this is a fund, Mr. Speaker, which has a manual from the World Bank. And I can tell you the Governor cannot produce even a single minute from the County Project Steering Committee.
Mheshimiwa, whose question are you responding to?
No, to this Honorable Cherargei. He was telling me that are we only pegging the impeachment of the Governor on the fictitious payments? There are so many grounds that we raised, and that is why it's a matter of time. I cannot talk about the money for the death, Honorable Cherargei, because in our community, it is not good to take money meant for the death. And it was prosecuted, the money for the pastor. Of course, it was wrong. It was not part of the expenditure out of that money. So the county government of Kericho cannot account up to Kenya shillings 9 million. And the Governor has a burden to prove to this House when he takes the stand. Senator Okenyuri, the voting system before, we used to do any division manually. But when the standing orders were amended last year, it then required the Assembly to use electronic voting even on a matter as this. And I can guarantee you from the logs that will be produced, and I followed when the Director ICT was being cross-examined, each member who voted can be accounted for, for 33 of them. I did not get the Auditor General's report from Senator Okenyuri. Senator Faki, Kazi Mtaani. Mr. Speaker, most of these works were done, but then not even most of these works, some of them were done, but others, the contractors were merely assigned a place, they never did anything. It is in the report. but they were paid. We felt as a committee that looked into this, that the value for money was not realized. And we even gave the governor recommendations to ensure these contractors who were paid without a single documentation be surcharged, and the officers who oversaw this process be disciplined. As of now, it cannot be the CEC in charge of lands who will carry the burden, when we still have the municipal manager who is still serving to death. The accountant who paid is still serving to death. The municipality of Mutai was, at the moment, acted by the sub-county administrator. He's still serving. And that is the accounting officer who oversaw the whole process. So most of these officers are currently working. They have never been called to account the loss of 39 million. And that is why I said, pursuant to Article 179(4) of the Constitution and County Governments Act, Section 33F, the governor bears the huge responsibility in the way the resources of the county is managed. Senator Tabitha talked about the Londiani victims. I can tell you, if you pay 4.8 million of the 14 million shillings raised, that tells you up to 9-point-something million was not given to those victims. And the commitment by the governor in that clip, how I wish we had time, because to this Senate we produced 3 clips for Londiani. Governor talking about this is what we're going to do. When the report from this committee came, he talked about my hands are tied. I cannot punish any official. Then we felt the governor is the biggest beneficiary in the whole scenario, because how can you then not even take a chief officer or even this signatory to account where this money was spent? Senator Ledama Olekina, first of all, Honorable Kibet Bosuben is elected member of County Assembly representing Cheblanget. And for the record again, the clip that was played in this Senate, that is not me. And perhaps the member needs to produce, even, you know, if he was recording me, for instance, then there should be that conversation between me and him. In this affidavit is put here, he should be able even to produce, including the timings. The arbitrary clip that has been played is so funny, and as I said, Mr. Speaker, for the avoidance of doubt, I happened to school with Senator Aaron Cheruiyot in high school, and I want to set this record straight. I was the chairman, Seventh-day Adventist group. Even at the university, I became a deacon for 4 years. How can I be a drunkard? I have integrity to protect, even after being elected. So the person, Senator Ledama, that is not me. And I voted once. In fact, I was number 4 in that log, because as the mover of the motion, I wanted my vote to count, because I badly wanted all the members to pass the motion for us to come and be heard before the Senate. Last time we were not heard. Kinyua, Leonard Oti, if you check the transaction, I want to just, and I want to believe Kinyua is here. Show me. I would wish to request Kinyua. Page. So, members, let me take you to volume 4D, page 60. If you check, when the fundraiser money was raised, Senator Kinyua, on 4th of July 2023, there was a deposit of Kenya shillings 13,653,660. That is in cash that was deposited into the account. And you can see 537,150. That was the pay bill money. That the pay bill was tied to this account. And you can see also 266,361. That money was sent by a businessman in Kericho who supported the family, and we have the 51,000 and 51 again. If you add all that money, it brings a total of 14 million and some amount on top. Now, you can see transaction began from date 11 of July. So this account was existing, but the county decided to use this account. So the transaction is where we are beginning from down there, where withdrawals were done. I want to believe I've explained. And so Senator Muma, accountability to the assembly. Of course, the executive is accountable to the assembly through the CECs appointed by the governor. But then, I want to, Mr. Speaker, you know this governor has history for not implementing any single report. The Kazim Tani report was tabled, not a single implementation was done by the executive. The Londiani accident victims, even Senator Boni Halwale, the families who perished from Western, the committee members paid a visit to Western, to the families, to confirm. The county government of Kericho paid 90,000 to those who we lost and 60,000 to the families who survived. But then, out of the 14 million, the national government, through the Ministry of Treasury, gave 300,000 to every family that lost their loved ones, and 200,000 for the families of those, the survivors could be traced. Now, the county government, raising merely 14 million, could not disperse the entire 14 million to the families, and the governor himself committed to doing so. I can tell you it is up to this House to establish whether the 9 million the governor will account, and said he dispersed later on, because what we can trace is only 4.8 million. Senator Tobiko, MCS who voted for the motion are 33, and that is why we are here, because we met the threshold. Tabitha, if you see, being the mover of the motion, I was seated in front. I want to believe if that video will have an opportunity to be played, and I sat throughout the motion until it ended. And I had only one phone in my hand, and only one link. So I didn't vote for anybody. And anybody who claims that I voted for, I saw a ruling done by the Speaker that later on, there is an independent audit that will be carried out on that system. It will reveal if through my phone I voted for two people or for myself alone. Otherwise, we can account for the 33 who voted. And so that they don't take you around. We already have one who's sworn affidavit that I voted. And initially, the governor had taken her to Kisumu, hid her for more than 3 days, but she sneaked. And she was able to testify that she voted. We only need the other 3 to confirm they voted. So there was a breakdown by Senator Tabitha. Actually, if you look at my affidavit in volume 2, when you get your time, I was able to break down the entire payment. The 423 was meant to be paid fictitiously to some spending. The 411 that you can find somehow later on was paid to Supertix. These are the people who are not meant to receive this amount. In fact, the governor said the county is not broke. This county is rich. And again, he instructed the same committee to make payments for the expenditure that was never meant to. This one we can prove. And even despite the fact that we came up with this report, he never acted on the report. Senator Mariam, Brian Langat was fired by the governor as the CEC. And if you check the grounds under which the governor fired the 6 CECs was failing to adhere to they talked about executive orders. Executive order 1 of 2022, 1 of 23, 1 of 24. If you look at the executive orders, is failing to adhere or to go to wherever they were posted to. Now, you cannot tie Brian to the incident of Londiani in that firing spree. And we realized Brian is a very young man who had a future. Before he was picked as an executive, he was the legal officer in the assembly. So when an opportunity was advertised in the assembly, he applied. And he was competitively sourced. He is now the deputy director, legal services. We feel Brian was not fired for lack of or for committing any offense. Senator Onyonga, it is true, your standing orders and ours, we are trying to improve as a county because we felt if we continue using manual, I remember the only assembly that we are still had a matter as of the requisite numbers. I want to believe the IT officer has explained, in case of any malpractice or in case of any failure, I want to believe there was a way we were going to address that. Senator Boni, yes, from the council, Ongoya, of course he painted Governor as a bad man. And if we had an opportunity of playing most of those clips, the Governor is one man, is a man of doublespeak. When the report on fictitious came out, he referred to the same MCS he had faith in as contractors. But before then, he said, I have faith in this MCS, looking into the matter. When the matter came up, he talked about them. In fact, the shocking thing, the ad hoc committee that was looking into Londiani incident, the Governor in broad daylight and in public referred to them as funeral committee. This is another committee composed of honorable members. When you publicly refer them as funeral committee, it is up to this House to find this is not a good governor, but likely to be a bad one. Senator Mungatana, actually, the composition of the committee that was spearheading the distribution of this money was co-chaired by the county commissioner. 90% of the committee members were appointed by the governor, and the officers he supervises them. So this county commissioner had no role in that committee, despite the fact that he was a co-chair. I want to believe other things that was raised about the voting have been able to, the officer before has deliberated on. Senator Abbas, Governor is the CEO of the county. And as I said, any misuse of funds that we've witnessed, we tied the governor to that because Pass 1 to County Governments Act, Section 30, and Article 179(4) of the Constitution, the governor bears the greatest responsibility in the manner in which our resources are misused. So the others, Mr. Speaker, issues of voting, we will, under your directive, we will be getting the real results. But I want to beseech this House, when the time comes for voting, please consider the issues of Kericho. It is not one. There are so many grounds, including the haphazard dismissal of staff by the governor. There is one CEC who was dismissed in 2023, a very young man, who went to school in a village school, scored the best grade, came to Kenyatta University, was working for the Water Trust Fund. But the governor, by a mere text, he was dismissed. This is a governor who should learn that when you're given opportunity, you need to act according to Article 75 of the Constitution, conduct of the state officers. So that the governor should know, being a governor of a county like Kericho does not mean you're above the law and you can do anything as you think. It is up to the Senate to decide on behalf of the people of Kericho.
Thank you, Mheshimiwa. Thank you. Now that the yes, Council for the County Assembly, you have something to say?
Yes,
please proceed.
Mr. Speaker, sir, you will recall that at the close of our case, I had intimated that I would be making a very quick application. At the end of our examination in chief yesterday, we were told by the Senate that they reserved the interrogation of our first witness, Mr. Geoffrey Bett. We still wanted to have that clarification whether he's still needed because we still have him around. He's one of the witnesses that is living with disability, so we wanted to have that clarification first. And secondly, and related to the issue, at the end of his testimony yesterday, the said witness made an application for protection, not just on his physical attack, but even against bullying on social media. he has brought to my attention an incident that went against the request that he had made, that yesterday through a Facebook post by one Joan Chepkrui, whose Facebook name is Joan Kaku, alias Nadia, wrote the following words: Kiwete anataka kuhurumiwa na 80 million ilipotea department yake. That comment was shared in another Facebook page, that is Philip Mugo's Foundation. That specific lady, Joan Chepkrui, has been cited sitting at the Speaker's Gallery or the public gallery. In fact, she has taken lunch at the Senate yesterday and today, and therefore the simple request from Mr. Geoffrey is for stern action to be taken against that particular person who is still within the Senate's precinct. I'll usher in my senior to also make a comment on the same.
Mr. Speaker, the most important thing for us is that the maker of that post is within these precincts, and the witness says that as he sat here, that lady was among the people sitting in the gallery just above your head, and that lady has eaten lunch with us in the Senate precincts, and he knows her personally because she's a neighbor from home, and she's a known blogger for the governor in Kericho County. Those are the instructions that we have. We think that those words that Mr. Mutuma has read are not only demeaning, but they humiliate a witness of that nature who was here, spoke his voice, spoke about this being a healing process for him. That humiliation damages his healing by far. We'll direct, Mr. Speaker, that if that witness is still within these precincts, because coincidentally for us on her page, she took some photos with some senators and had not named names, meaning she has been here. We have been shown photos taken yesterday with some senators in this precinct, validating the fact that she is within this precinct, and therefore stern action is necessary. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Counsel for the County Assembly. Counsel for the Governor, just have a seat. The Senate can only do what is within its powers. To the first limb of your request as to whether the Senate wishes to engage further with the witness, the answer is no. To the second request, I was made to understand that yesterday the witness did ask for arrangements to be made so that he feels secure when he goes back home. We can only relay that information to the IG, that the witness, as he goes back home, he doesn't suffer any insecurities as a result of having appeared before the Senate. On the third one, on the social media post, as a Senate, we are not in a position to control what goes into social media or not. Now, Counsel for the County Assembly, since you've identified the culprit, you know exactly the remedies that are available to the witness. Kindly pursue them so that that particular person who posted that derogatory post is punished pursuant to the law. However, I will add one thing to the members of public. We are here on a very serious matter. And no member of public, no the parties involved in this particular case, or even the senators, are allowed to intimidate any witness. That post is an intimidation of a witness. And therefore, be warned, whoever did that, because the reason why I told the Counsel for the Governor to sit down is we're going to degenerate into a hand-pecking exercise. My client has been mentioned, I need to say this. We will run all the way without finding a stop down the line. So a stern warning from the Senate is no member of public should aim derogatory remarks to the witnesses that appear before us. If you do, then, as I've already advised counsel for the county assembly, you have a smorgasbord of remedies available to you. Ours is to give that stern warning. And should it persist, then we will, at an appropriate time, ask that member, if they're in this house, to withdraw from the precincts of parliament, because that particular behavior cannot be tolerated while these proceedings are ongoing. Senator for Nairobi City County.
Speaker, at the very minimum, because according to the rules, everybody who is in the gallery sits there at the pleasure of the Speaker. And if it is possible for the team from the County Assembly to point out to the Sergeant-at-Arms who that person is, I think it would be proper, because of the disrespect that has been shown to the process, that that person be removed from the precincts of Parliament. I want the team from the County Assembly to know that it is very difficult, as the Speaker has said, to control what people say on social media. Yesterday, some of the witnesses asked to take photos with me outside there, Honorable Speaker. And I've seen posts from Kericho saying that a bevy of young women has been deployed to confuse me. No, it is a bad thing because, Honorable Speaker, I personally consider myself public property, so that if somebody asks to take a photo with me, I cannot say no. But then they are going to insinuate that these young ladies were somehow deployed as a force to cause confusion, so that when we vote, we might not vote on the issues. But Speaker, this specific person, if can be identified by the Council for the Assembly, I think it would only be fair and proper that for this particular case they be ejected from the precincts of Parliament. I thank you, Honourable Speaker.
Honourable Sifuna, I thank you for your piece of wisdom. But you see, the biggest problem will be the identification using that post. If I had the counsel for the county assembly well, is that that post is traceable to somebody known to the governor. So it is a process, because the name given in that post, if I understood it correctly, it is not the official name that that particular person uses. So you need then the very same people to, the IT people, to get that pseudo account, because it's using a different name, different from the person who is allegedly seated with us. So for us to be convinced that particular post and that name actually refers to the same and one person as the one seated here, it's another process. And that's why I'm saying it is very difficult for us. And the only thing we can do is to issue that stern warning. Assuming that pseudonym refers to the person you are referring to, then may that person be warned that we cannot tolerate that kind of behavior in the Senate. We may now proceed. We have concluded the case for the county assembly. We will now move to hear the case for the governor. Now, Governor, you have 5 hours to prosecute your case. Those hours are distributed as follows. 3 hours will be reserved for the governor and his witnesses, and 2 hours will be allocated to the team from the county assembly for purposes of cross-examination. The time taken by the senators for seeking clarification and questions, that is not part of the 5 hours that we have just apportioned between the two teams. Now, honorable senators, the Senate will rise at exactly midnight tonight. So we hope to conclude the case of the governor before we rise at midnight. And then we shall resume tomorrow for purposes of deliberating and voting. Yes.
Mr. Speaker, I thought these proceedings were gazetted for 3 days. What's the point of us sitting here until midnight?
Because the second day ends at midnight.
Mr. Speaker, I would like to beseech you, because we only have 5 hours for the governor's case or response, and then I think a couple of hours for the other party and also the governor to be able to conclude the matter. For us to rise at 6:30, it's only healthy. And then we come back tomorrow when we are fresh, at 9 in the morning, and then we deal with this matter and prosecute it. I think it's only fair, Mr. Speaker. Yeah.
Yes, Senator for Nairobi City.
Speaker, just referencing the Gazette notice for these special sittings that the Minority Whip has spoken to, gazetted for 3 days, and I might be missing some commas in this communication, but it is only in respect of Friday that there was expression that we will only, the session will run commencing at 9 a.m. until the conclusion of the business of the day. So, Speaker, there is enough time tomorrow morning. I'm sure if we did, how many hours are left? 1.5 hours today, and then morning as well. I can, as whip, commit on behalf of at least the minority that we'll be here at 9 a.m. sharp, so that we are able to conclude the governor's case by around 11 or 12. And then we will have time to deliberate and make a vote. At least tomorrow we know we are here until the matter is concluded. So, Honorable Speaker, with kind indulgence, with humility, which is, a rare trait for some of us, we are learning. So please, just reconsider, because my understanding of the Gazette is as such.
Now, honorable senators, let's see how far our batteries take us. If they run low at 6:30, we're human beings, we shall abide. But let's see how far our batteries will take us. Let's proceed. No, we cannot. We cannot. However, individually you can walk out, stretch, and come back, Senator for Mombasa.
Mr. Speaker, sir, can I have the witness come in? I was inquiring if the witness can come in, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Sergeant at Arms, kindly usher in the first witness of the governor's side.
Honorable Senators and Mr. Speaker, sir, the affidavit of the witness is in volume 1 of the governor's bundle, page 128 to page 131. Governor's bundle, page 128 to 131. The governor's bundle is bound in red.
I, Martin Kiplangat-Cheruiyot, do solemnly swear that the evidence that I shall give before the Senate in respect of the matters before the Senate shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God.
Mr. Speaker, sir, with your permission and the permission of my colleagues, I will lead the witness on non-contentious issues, and if my colleagues have any problem, they can say. Could you confirm that your names are Martin Cheruiyot Kiplangat?
I confirm.
Could you confirm that you
One, such at times you may need to ask the technical team to power the microphone a bit higher, because we cannot hear the counsel for the governor well. Now, counsel for governor, would you please indicate how many witnesses you're calling for purposes of managing the time?
Mr. Speaker, sir, I had intended, I have 4 that I must call, Mr. Speaker, sir. 4 that I must call. That is the 3 MCAs who were impersonated in the forts, the IT expert. After that, I had intended to call as many of the other 18 as my time could allow.
Okay, you have 3 hours to do all that.
That's okay, Mr. Speaker, sir. Thank you. Could you confirm that your name is Cheruiyot Kiplangat?
Yes, I confirm.
You are an MCA at Kericho County Assembly?
Yes, I confirm.
Could you confirm that you represent a ward by the name, just say the name of your ward?
I am an elected leader representing a ward that is called Kap Kugerwet.
Thank you. And you swore an affidavit in support of your affirmance in this assembly?
Yes.
Could you confirm that is the affidavit at page 128 to page 131 in bundle 1?
Yes, I confirm.
And you'd like to rely on it, you'd like the honorable senators to look at it in support of your case?
Yes.
Could you confirm that you also swore another affidavit jointly with the other MCAs? If you could look at page 113 of the same bundle.
Yes, I confirm.
113 to 116.
Yes, I confirm.
And you'd also like to rely on that affidavit?
Yes.
Now, that affidavit of page 113 to 116 is signed by how many people?
Signed by 18 people.
It's signed by 18 people. And could you confirm that they are all MCS?
They are all MCS.
Could you confirm that what you are saying in that affidavit of at page 113 to 116 is that the 18 of you did not vote in favor of the motion?
Yes, I do confirm that we did not vote in favor of the motion.
No, that's not what I'm asking you. What I'm asking you is that in that affidavit you said that all the 18 of you are saying that you did not vote, isn't it? That's what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay. Now, could you move on to page, I would like you to go to page 109. Page 109. Could you confirm, what is the document at page 109?
This is an OB number.
This is an OB number. What was the complaint that was being made in respect to? Were you involved in making the making of that OB number?
Yes.
What was the complaint that you had made?
The complaint that I made at this at the DCI is that there was I didn't vote. I didn't vote. Somebody else
impersonated you.
Impersonated me.
Okay. And was it you alone who was complaining?
No.
How many people complained?
4 of us.
4 of you.
Yes.
And the 4 of you are the ones whose votes are purported to have been made in favor of the impeachment, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. And you'd like also the senators to take into account that?
Yes.
Could you confirm if you are familiar with the letter at page 110 to 112?
Yes, I do confirm.
What is that letter?
This is also a complaint to DCI headquarters to request them to investigate and procedural unauthorized use of my credentials
Yes.
in that voting process.
It is also a complaint in respect to impersonating you in the voting. And how many people complained? How many people wrote that letter?
18 members.
You wrote 18 people. Okay, so I would like us now, having laid the documents in your affidavit, I would like you to go to paragraph 3. I got paragraph 3. In paragraph 3, you say, we have read the affidavit sworn by Honorable Kiptoa B. Kiptegan. We adopt and reiterate all he has stated, inclusive of the annexes he has made. That's your position at page 128.
Yes.
Could you confirm that that is your position, that you rely? You stand by that position that you rely also on the substantive affidavit sworn by Honorable B. Kiptegan, isn't it?
Yes.
I would like you to be shown page 117 to 120. Could you confirm that that page 117 to 120 is the affidavit of Kiptegan, which you rely on?
Yes.
Thank you. Now let's discuss a few things that you've made in the main reason why you're here. Now, why are you here?
I'm here to prove that I did not vote in that voting process.
You are here to tell these honorable senators that you did not vote?
Yes.
And if the report purports that you voted, what is your position?
My position is that whoever did it for me denied me my right. And
so your position is that if it is alleged that you voted, you did not, somebody has impersonated you?
Impersonated, yes.
Okay, thank you. Now, apart from yourself, were there any other people in your company that were opposed?
Yes.
How many people?
17 other members.
17 others, coming to a total of 18?
18, yes.
Okay. And did you make your position known at the assembly?
Yes, we made our position known when time of declaration of voting was directed by the Speaker.
Yes.
The 18 of us stood,
yes,
requesting that we be given, we make a voting by roll call.
You wanted to vote by roll call?
Yes.
And why were you opposed to use of electronic voting?
We were opposed to use of electronic because it was new to us. We were not even earlier inducted on it, yes. So it was a decision that was made at that particular time. So we didn't actually want to do voting by electronic, and also I feared manipulation.
Manipulation by who?
Actually, by whoever maybe did the system, because
yes. So the two reasons why you wanted a roll call is, number one, you didn't know how to. It was a new system.
A new system.
And secondly, you are suspicious of the intention in the use of the electronic voting.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Could I just ask you a few questions? Had you been trained on the use of this system?
No.
Had you ever voted using the system?
No.
Had you put in place manuals, regulations, or policies for the use of this system?
No.
There was no policies, there were no guidelines, and there were no manuals on the use of this system?
There was none.
Okay. Now, you had the IT experts say that you passed standing order number 77 in October 2024. That's correct, isn't it?
Yes.
That's correct.
I'm not sure.
You are aware that there's a standing order number 77?
Yes.
You don't recall when it was passed?
Yes.
Okay. Now, do you know when you impeached the Deputy Speaker? Do you recall when you impeached the Deputy Speaker?
Yes, I recall.
Was it on 8th of November 2025? When you removed the Deputy Speaker, sorry,
yes.
not impeached?
Yes.
It was in November
yes.
2025?
Yes.
Did you use this electronic voting then?
No.
Okay. And this is after you had already enacted that standing order number 77, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. Now, had you ever used this electronic voting ever before?
No.
And when was it decided that it should be used?
It was just immediately before voting for the impeachment of the governor.
So it was decided that day in the course of the impeachment discussion that it be used on that day?
Yes.
Did you have notice that it would be used on that day? As you woke up at home when you were coming, were you aware that they would be using electronic voting?
No, we were not aware.
And was there any communication that it might be used?
No.
There was no communication. Now, if 18 of you had indicated that you are not going to vote electronic and you preferred roll call voting, in the face of the fact that the Speaker insisted that it must be electronic voting, what did you do?
We requested that we use the roll call, and we stood. One member stood, and the rest of us stood in support.
No, my question is, so the Speaker said we will use electronic voting. He has refused to grant your wish to use roll call. Did you vote?
No, I didn't vote.
Are you aware even of the 18 voted?
I'm not aware also if they voted.
Okay. So if 18 abstained, how many people could have at most voted on that day?
If 18 abstained, because we are 47 members,
yes,
then 29 members could have voted.
So if 18 abstained, there would be only 29 members voting?
29 members.
But you see that they have said 33 voted, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. Now, if it remained 29, would you have achieved the 2/3 that is the target of this process?
No.
It wouldn't have been achieved. Lastly, two issues. Did you have any gadget where the Speaker very specifically said in the answer that you press a button? You remember that?
Yes.
Was there any gadget with a button that you could press?
There was no gadget that I had at that time.
Okay. Mr. Speaker, sir, in evidence in chief, I would like to leave it there. Honorable member, you will wait for questions from my colleagues for the assembly. They might not be as friendly as I am, so be ready. Probably you could come this side and they can ask you. Just come with you.
Counsel for County Assembly, you may now proceed to cross-examine the witness.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. Honorable Martin Cheruiyot, good evening.
Good evening.
I will ask you a series of questions. First of all, tell us whether you are a first-time member of the County Assembly or this is your second or subsequent term.
First-time member.
First-time member. And what is your level of education?
Diploma holder.
Pardon?
I'm a diploma holder.
In what field?
Procurement.
Procurement.
Yes.
So you are relatively a learned and exposed person, correct?
Yes.
You're also familiar with the use of mobiles and other internet facilities, correct?
Yes.
Tell us, for the last 2.5 years that you've been a member of the County Assembly, how have you been receiving communication on any issue pertaining the County Assembly?
We've been receiving through SMS and also at times by circulation of hard copies.
How is that SMS generated? Is it a special SMS that runs through a system?
Yes, it emanates from a county assembly.
From county assembly?
Yes.
How about generation of invoices that pertains your per diems and other payments? You still do that through the same system, correct?
About the invoices, that is now the work of the accounts department.
But how do you make claims for your allowances? Isn't it through a system that has been generated and used by the county assembly?
Yes.
So you have interacted with this system since 2018, since when the time you came to the county assembly, correct? You have used that system for other functions, correct?
Yes.
And you have been trained on the use of that system on other functions, correct?
No, the system I mean is the SMS, the replies of the messages that comes to my phone, my mobile phone. No training.
But have you had any challenges in the use of that platform that has been internally developed by the county assembly? Have you had any challenges yourself?
No challenge, because it's replying of messages.
So the only challenge you had was the use of electronic voting and not for any other purpose. Don't you feel that is too convenient for the senators to believe?
Yes, but...
Thank you. Thank you. You've answered my question. I move on to the next issue. Mr. Cheruiyot, has the county assembly provided you with a laptop paid for by taxpayers' money?
Yes.
What was the purpose of you getting a laptop paid for by taxpayers' money?
For us to be using on our proceedings.
For proceedings?
Yes.
Including electronic voting, correct?
Yes, which we have not been
Thank you.
inducted.
Thank you. Let me go specifically to the affidavit you have sworn before this House. That is the affidavit dated 23rd August 2025, correct? The one appearing at page 128.
Yes.
All the way to page 130, correct?
Yes.
You confirm that it is a joint affidavit. It is not an affidavit sworn by an individual.
Yes, it's a joint affidavit.
And therefore, the contents of that affidavit are contents that have been owned by two people and not one person, correct? Those are not just your averments, but averments of another person, one Edna Tonui, correct?
Yes.
When did you appear before a commissioner for oaths to swear this affidavit? Do you recall appearing before any commissioner for oaths?
23rd day of August.
Where, specifically?
Kericho.
Which office?
Marisha Cable.
Give me the building and a number of that advocate.
Katwa and Kemboy Advocates, 5th floor, Transnational Plaza.
So this affidavit was sworn by Katwa and Kemboy Advocates, correct?
Yes.
So that then you did not appear before Chebet Ngetich, the Commissioner for Oaths. Or are you telling me that Chebet Ngetich works at Katwa and Kemboy Advocates? You did not go to any other advocate to swear this affidavit, correct?
Yes.
You did not. And therefore, you did not appear before a commissioner for oaths, one that is said to have commissioned this document, Chebet Ngetich, correct? You do not know who Chebet Ngetich is, correct?
I appeared.
Mr. Cheruiyot, which version of your story should we take? You have just said you did not appear before any other person apart from the office of Katwa Kemboy and advocates.
I appeared before Chebet Ngetich Fancy.
Pardon?
I appeared before Chebet Ngetich Fancy.
Give me the location of this advocate. Which offices does he operate from? Does she operate from?
Marisha Cable Plaza in Kericho.
Pardon?
Marisha Cable Plaza in Kericho.
Which floor? Door number?
Okay. Second floor, I think.
I want you to go on record because we are going to confirm these details, Mr. Cheruiyot. Because one Chebet Ngetich practices law and has commissioned your document, we can easily trace. So you need to think your answer through very carefully. Did you appear before Chebet Ngetich or not?
I appeared, but I don't remember exactly which floor was she.
In whose company were you? Which other person was in your company when you appeared before this commissioner for oaths?
This one I was alone.
You were alone?
Yes.
This affidavit confirms that two people appeared at the same time before a commissioner for oaths. You're telling these senators that you appeared alone. Don't you think that you're confusing the senators, Mr. Cheriot? Or at least you're not being truthful.
When I signed alone, even though the affidavit appears to be to have been sworn by two people.
So you do not recall seeing Edna while this affidavit was being prepared?
I signed, and I think later she came and also signed because she's my colleague MCA.
This is your affidavit, Cheriot. And at the averment, at the beginning, you say, we. That means this document was generated, drafted, commissioned by two people at the same time. So are you now disowning the fact that this affidavit was jointly done and that it is only you who signed the affidavit? Is that your position?
No, there is a space for Edna who also came, who signed also, and I also signed.
I want you to look at another affidavit. Honorable Senators, this is the affidavit appearing at volume 7A of the County Assembly's document.
Clarification time is not yet, Honorable. Okay, just pause the time for the Governor's team.
Mr. Speaker, if you are following the proceedings, you need to remind the witness that he's on oath. He has changed his position 3 times on the same matter. So you should help us on which version we should follow. We want to know the truth.
Just take note of whatever you're noticing. It will inform on how you will vote eventually. Proceed, Council.
So for record purposes, again, Mr. Cheriot, you were not at any given time in the same place and time with one Edna Tunui while preparing this document. You were not.
Yes, I signed my part.
You were. That's not my question. That at no given time were you and Edna Tunui together in the preparation, signing, or commissioning of this document, correct?
Yes.
And therefore, when you append a signature at the end of this document saying that we, the above named, just read paragraph 14 of your affidavit appearing at page 130. Just read what you state there at paragraph 14 at page 130.
Yes.
Proceed and read.
Facts upon hearing are true to the best of our knowledge, information, and belief, save where we have stated otherwise, where we verify hereof in the correctness of what we stated.
Do you still stand by the affirmation at paragraph 14 of your affidavit that the contents of this affidavit are true and correct to the best of your knowledge and belief?
Yes.
You have just confirmed that you have not seen Edna in the preparation, in the signing, and commissioning of these documents. How are we to reconcile that with the fact that you are now stating that this document was generated jointly between you and Edna? Don't you think there is a contradiction, Mr. Cheriot?
No.
You do not think there is a contradiction? I will put it to you, Mr. Cheriot, that you have presented a forged document before Senate, purporting that one Edna signed this document jointly with you. What would you say?
No, I have not presented a forged document.
Kindly look at the affidavit before Senate at volume 7A. Who is the deponent of that affidavit?
Chepkurui Edna Tonui.
The same person that you have alleged you were with when you're signing this affidavit jointly, correct?
Yes, but I stated I signed it.
It's a yes or no. Is it the same person?
Same person.
Same person. Kindly read paragraph 8 of that affidavit. Paragraph 8 of that affidavit. What does Edna say?
That I've seen affidavits and letters filed by the governor purporting that I was part of the 18 MCAs who allegedly absconded from voting on the impeachment motion. To with the affidavit allegedly sworn on 15 August 2025, jointly by myself and 17 other members of the County Assembly. B, the affidavit allegedly sworn on 23rd August 2025, jointly by myself and Honorable Martin Chiriot Blangat. And C, an undated letter allegedly co-authored by myself and 17 other members of the County Assembly of Kericho, addressed to and received by the Director of Criminal Investigations, DCI, on 18 August 2025.
Edna confirms that she did not sign the affidavit that you presented before Senate. You have also confirmed that you did not see Edna at any given time in the preparation, in the signing and commissioning of this affidavit. And this is your affidavit, Mr. Cheriot. Are you then on record confirming that you have brought before the Senate a forged document in the name of an affidavit that you have presented on oath?
No, there are other affidavits that are there.
I am interested in the affidavit dated 23rd August 2025. This is your affidavit, correct?
Yes.
Edna has denounced the same. Do you then accept that you presented a document that was forged or procured without the authority of the other deponent? Please answer the question.
No.
No. Mr. Cheriot, as has been stated by Senator Kalwale, you have given different versions of the same story from the time you took the stand. You have also presented a document that you signed on oath that you've now disowned. The simple question is, why should we believe you when you say that you did not vote, when the system confirms that you voted?
I did not vote.
How credible is that statement in the wake of all the other lies and contradicting versions that you've given before this House?
The link that was used to vote was sent to my mobile phone, which I never opened.
Thank you. You have also stated in your affidavit that you did not have your phone at the time of the voting, correct?
Yes.
Where was your phone at that time?
At that particular time of voting, my phone was in the car at the parking lot.
For how long was your phone in the car?
For the time immediately just before voting and for almost 1.5 hours after.
You have also stated in that affidavit that not just your phone, but Edna's phone was not with her. Is that what appears in your affidavit, or am I reading my own things? Do you remember stating that fact? Is it in your affidavit?
Yes.
You stated on oath that Edna did not have her phone at the time of the voting, correct? In your affidavit, correct?
The 18 members that were...
I am talking about Edna and yourself, the deponents of this affidavit. You have confirmed on oath that Edna did not have her phone at the time of voting, correct?
Yes.
How could you tell that Edna did not have her phone at the time of voting?
We were together in the chambers, and she also had given her phone elsewhere.
We're interested in knowing that elsewhere. Where is that other place that your phone was and Edna's phone was?
Mine was in my car at the parking lot, and she said she also didn't have her, so I don't know exactly where she had kept it, but she didn't have the phone in the chambers.
Mr. Cheriot, yes. You have disowned ever seeing Edna in the making of this affidavit. How can we verify the fact that Edna did not have a phone at the time of voting?
She swore in another affidavit that she didn't vote.
Which affidavit is that?
I'm in reference to the complaint that she yes, there is an affidavit that is 113, page 113, that
give us the page of the affidavit. Which page?
113 to 115.
Again, that is a joint statement prepared by all the 18 MCs, correct?
Yes.
Was Edna with you when that affidavit was prepared?
Yes.
Who commissioned the affidavit?
Brian Kiprotich.
Brian Kiprotich. In which office did Brian Kiprotich commission this document from?
Imarisha Kebo Plaza.
Which town?
Kericho.
You confirm that all of you appeared before that commissioner for oaths?
Yes.
Mr. Cheriot, were you for the impeachment of the governor, or were you for the position of saving the governor?
I was for the position of saving the governor.
You were. So you have not supported any process of impeaching the governor? You have not?
I didn't support the process of impeaching the governor.
Thank you. I want you to go to volume 3 of the County Assembly's document at page 120. Let's see what you contributed before the House in respect to the issue of fictitious payments. I want you to read verbatim your contributions contained at page 120 of volume 3. That's the Hansard report, Honorable Senators, as contained at volume 3, County Assembly's documents. Page 120. Confirm that you're the member for County Assembly for Kapurwet Ward, correct?
Yes.
You confirm that at page 120, we come across your contribution in the floor of the House in respect to the fictitious payments, correct? You should be having counsel. We supplied volume 3, but we can avail an extra copy. Page 120. I want you to read, and kindly be mindful of my time, your contribution before the floor of the House in respect to fictitious payments.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, sir, for giving me this opportunity to contribute on this report on fictitious payments. First, the Honorable Speaker, let me congratulate the committee led by the Chairman, Honorable Albert Kipkoech, for this very good and eye-opening report. Mr. Speaker, I want to say that One of our roles as House is oversight. And I want to say that we cannot stand aside and watch those who've been given responsibility to squander or to do the kind of payments they have done. And to cite a case in my ward relating to how the procurement process was done. I have read and heard from the members that a procurement process was initiated, and in a record of 3 days from the initial stage to the end, the payments were made. I have a project in my ward, the Honorable Speaker, that was done 2 years ago, and the work was done genuinely. Actually, the contractor did the work very nicely, and I'm wondering how a procurement can be done in a record 3 days up to the payment, and somebody has put resources, a genuine person, has done very good works, and has not been paid for such a long time. I remember some of these officers, when we were bringing into serve the county, one of the aspects we saw was the aspect of integrity, and now questioning where this integrity has gone, that now we are not being careful with resources, has gone, that now we are not being careful with the resources of our county. So I want to say that, those who have been implicated or mentioned, and specifically I'm drawn to specific recommendations that action needs to be taken against them for not, or to be held accountable for the actions that are upon them. So I want to say, Honorable Speaker, I'm in support of this report so that we move on and we guard the resources of our county. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Are you changing your position in respect to the report on fictitious payments?
I'm not changing, but there were specific recommendations, not really impeaching the governor.
You did not disagree with the report, did you?
I agreed with the report, but with recommendations, specific recommendations.
You endorsed the report, correct?
Recommendations
you endorsed the report, correct? Just a straight answer. You endorsed the report, correct?
Yes, I endorsed, but not impeachment of the governor.
But you endorsed the report which stated that all people who are culpable should be held to account, correct?
Yes.
And if the governor is one of them, that remains the position, correct?
Unless it's proven that he's one of them.
Mr. Cheruiyot, I believe you are also familiar with your standing orders, correct?
Yes.
Kindly tell us what Standing Order 77 provides in terms of electronic voting. And before you read Standing Order 77, while we are still at that report, kindly go at page 178, volume 4A. Kindly go to page 178 of volume 4A. We are still talking about the same fictitious payments report, correct?
Yes.
At page 178. What was the last recommendation by the committee?
The last recommendation was that Section 30, subsection 3F of the County Government Act 2012, the governor has overall responsibility of being accountable for the management and use of county resources, hence should take full responsibility for the anomalies.
That is part of the report that you endorsed, correct?
Recommendations.
The report contained the recommendations, correct?
Yes.
We have seen you making contributions before the floor of the House, endorsing that recommendation, correct? And therefore you endorsed the removal or action being taken against the governor for fictitious payments, correct? Correct?
All those found culpable for the...
That specific recommendation targets the governor, correct?
Yes, this one targets the governor.
And you endorsed this report that targeted the governor for having the overall responsibility, correct? Mr. Cheriot, correct? It's a yes or no?
No, I didn't target the governor.
Did you seek to amend or disagree with any part of the report? We have seen you fully endorse the report. On Hansard's, had you not read the report or you're changing your version when you appearing before the Senate now? Which one is which, Mr. Cheriot? Either you had not read and therefore made contributions without familiarizing yourself with the report, or you're changing your version now. Which one is which, Mr. Cheriot?
I read the report.
So you endorse the report, as it were. I'm struggling to understand what your position is. You have just told Senate here that you do not agree with the report to the extent of removing the governor on account of fictitious payments, correct?
Yes.
That's what you've told us. We have seen you on the floor of the House endorsing this report that seeks to hold the governor fully accountable for the same. Which one is your position, Mr. Cheriot?
That report also recommended for the governor to be given time.
I am interested in that specific recommendation that require the governor to take full responsibility. Is that part of the report that you endorsed?
Yes.
Then you have lied before the Senate when you say that the governor should not be held accountable for the same fictitious report that you endorsed, correct?
There are people in the department who are supposed to be held liable and responsible for the...
Mr. Cheriot, what was the incentive for you to change your position from endorsing the report, from voting for the governor, for the governor's impeachment, and to now testify that you did not vote? What was the incentive?
I wanted the governor to be given time to
I'm
act.
asking you a very specific question. What was the incentive?
I didn't support the impeachment of the governor.
You did not support the impeachment of the governor?
Yes.
Even though the evidence states the contrary. Let us go to the standing order as my last line of cross-examination. Do your standing orders provide for electronic voting?
Yes.
Standing order 77, correct?
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
Are you familiar with that standing order as a member of the County Assembly?
Yes, I'm familiar.
Did you require advance notice to comply with standing orders that I expressed? Did you require prior notice that voting would be electronic?
Yes, because we didn't have electronic.
Did you require notice?
Yes, I required.
What is the basis of your answer?
Because we didn't have the electronic gadgets, and I was not prepared with my...
Mr. Cheriot, you have confirmed that the County Assembly bought you a laptop. So when you say that you did not have a gadget to vote, are you not lying to the senators?
At that time, Council, I didn't have my...
It's a simple question. Are you not lying when you state that you did not have a gadget when you've been bought for a gadget and you knew the business of the day? You lied, correct?
I didn't have my laptop at that time.
Were you not aware of the business of the day?
I was aware, but I was not aware that electronic system would be used.
Mr. Cheriot, I put it to you that you are a very dishonest person who gives the version of the story that is convenient to you. What do you say?
No.
That is all for this witness, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
Any re-examination, counsel for the governor?
Mr. Martin, was there any time when you said that you supported the impeachment of the governor?
No.
The part that has been read to you, does it say anywhere that the governor is to be impeached?
No, it doesn't.
And more specifically on the issue of the vote, did you vote in support of impeachment?
I didn't.
And that's your testimony in this assembly?
Yes.
That you did not vote in favor of the impeachment?
Yes.
Okay. Now, even assuming for one moment you had a different mind when you're arguing, were you entitled to change your mind before the voting?
Yes.
But your position has always been that you don't support the impeachment of the governor?
I don't support impeachment.
Okay, what did you want, what kind of action did you have in mind from the report on the part of the governor? What did you have in mind that should happen to him?
Because there were other specific recommendations, yes. So myself, I wanted the governor to be given time to implement what the
so
committee...
your position is that the responsibility that the governor was to take on account of the fictitious payments, as is alleged, was that he be given time to take action on those claims?
Yes.
Okay. Now, you've been asked several questions in relation to Edna, and you are shown an affidavit sworn by Edna, isn't it?
Yes.
From the county assembly. Have you seen Edna come to testify in the whole of these proceedings?
Yes.
I'm saying, since we started this hearing, has Edna come here to testify, to come and give her testimony?
No.
You have not seen her?
Yes, I've not seen her.
Okay. Have you seen her say that the affidavit you have been shown is the genuine affidavit?
No.
You've not seen that?
Yes.
And can you say for a fact that the affidavit that you've been shown from Edna has not been forged? Can you say that? Would you know whether it's forged or not?
No.
It could possibly be forged also, isn't it?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Now, the affidavit that you jointly swore with Edna, were you with Edna when she was signing? Were you with her when she was signing? Or you signed alone the way you said?
I signed alone.
You signed alone and went away?
Yes.
Okay. And do you stand by everything that is stated in that affidavit as Martin?
Yes.
Do you know whether Edna would stand by them or not? Do you know?
I don't know.
You don't know, but you are speaking for yourself
yes.
in terms of what you said, isn't it?
Yes.
Now, I would like you to look at page 131. Page 131. Yes, sorry. Yeah, put that up. Page 131 of first volume 1 of the governor's bundle. My apologies. Yeah, there, page 131. Now, you were asked whether you swore the affidavit before who, and for a moment you said Katwa and Kemboi. You remember saying that?
Yes.
Could you let the senators know what is indicated as being what Katwa and Kemboi did?
Drawn and filed by Katwa and Kemboi advocates.
So it merely shows that the Katwa and Kemboi drafted the document, isn't it?
Yes.
And then at page 130, who has commissioned it?
Page 130, Jebet Ngetich Fancy.
Fancy commissioned it. Now, away from that affidavit, you remember when you walked into this chamber?
Yes.
What happened to you?
I took an oath.
You took an oath?
Yes.
What you are saying, is it true as per the affidavit?
Yes, it is true.
And is it true as per the oath that you took before these senators?
Yes.
Okay. Now, you said you didn't have your phone. It was in the car, isn't it?
Yes.
Do you know where Edna's phone was? Do you know where it was?
I don't know.
All you know?
She didn't have.
All you know is that she didn't have, but you don't know where it was.
Yes.
So as I finish my re-examination, As you speak today here, are you speaking for yourself and Edna, or you're speaking for who?
I'm speaking for myself.
You're speaking for yourself. And your point is that you did not vote?
I did not vote.
Okay. And lastly, were you given notice that they would be using electronic voting on that day?
No.
Were you given notice to make sure you walk into the chamber with your phone?
No.
Were you given notice that you should come with your laptop to the assembly that day?
No.
That should be all for this witness, Mr. Speaker, sir. Thank you.
Now, honorable senators, it is time for you to ask questions and clarifications. I'll take phone this side, so that we move. Senator for Nairobi City County.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I want to refer the witness to the affidavit that starts from page 113 to 114 of volume 1 of the governor's bundle. And going through the affidavit at paragraph 1, the 18 people who deponed this affidavit are saying they participated in the proceedings. If you look at paragraph 6, they say the speaker demonstrated impartiality at several instances to mean they were present during that. Then at paragraph 9 on page 114, that during voting there were people experiencing technical difficulties and others questioning the integrity. Then at paragraph 13, Honorable Speaker, they say we abstained because we were not trained on the use of electronic machine. Now, as far as I understand the word abstain, witness, an abstain, if you look at our gadgets here, is a vote. Did you mean you voted to abstain or you refused to vote? That's the clarity that I want from you.
I refused to vote.
Just take the questions, then
Okay.
you will respond to them.
Thank you.
Senator Mandago. Senator Murangu.
Asante sana Mstahiki Spika. Swali langu ambalo ningetaka kuuliza mheshimiwa ni kwamba amesema alikuweko katika mbunge katika gatuzi za Kericho, na kwamba kuna matatizo ambayo ilimfuata, mojawapo kuna njia kupiga kula ambayo hamkuelewa. Kuna ushahidi wote ambao uko nao unaonyesha kwamba ukiambia spika wa mbunge la Kericho kwamba kuna matatizo kama hayo ama kuleta jambo hilo mbele ya spika, wakati mchakato mzima ulikuwa unaendelea kumngatua gavana wa Kericho. Asante sana Mr. Speaker.
Senator Crystal Asig.
Thank you very much, Speaker. First of all, Speaker, I'm not too sure the relevance of the last couple of questions by the counsel, who asks the witness, were you told to bring your phone? Were you told to bring your laptop to chambers? I don't think anyone needs to be told to bring their tools of doing business to their place of business. It's like saying all of us should not come here, should have to be told to bring this or that, or the counsel to be told to bring his bundles for evidence sake. So, but on the same question, Chair, I want to ask the witness. You said that Edna did not bring her phone, but you did not see her, but you saw that she didn't bring her phone through the affidavit that you read. But as per your counsel's questioning, you answered in the affirmative when he asked, could that affidavit be forged? Do you know it to be a true affidavit? And you said no. And therefore, can you clarify whether the affidavit is something you're relying upon, or it is now something that you are dismissing as you do not know whether it's true or not? Next, Chair, I also want to ask, if you don't bring your phone or your laptop to chambers, how do you then do business usually, if void of the two? And lastly, Chair, I also want to ask the mover, oh no, I'll leave it there. Oh yes, I want to also ask the mover, according to your standing orders, If you don't know, if you don't vote yes or no or abstain, what then are you doing in the House? Because, Chair, in this House, you have told many a time to us senators, you must vote either way. You cannot be in the chamber and just occupying space. Thank you.
Senator Chute, I do not remember forcing honorable senators to vote. But anyway, that is for another day. Senator Chute.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I want to refer the witness to County Assembly Documents, Volume 4A. This was a question even asked by Senator Abbas before. I refer him to page 12. There was bulk SMS sent to 28 MCS. I wanted to know from the witness if he was among the 28 MCS who got the messages. Thank you.
Senator Olekina. Senator Faki.
Mr. Speaker, thank you. I wanted to refer the witness to the affidavit, especially on paragraph, on page 115 of the Governor's Volume 1. Did all the 18 of you attend the Commission of Oaths for you to swear the affidavit? And number two, looking at the affidavit, you have stated that an introduction of untested electronic voting. Did your standing orders provide for electronic voting? And when did you amend the standing orders to allow for the electronic voting? Thank you.
Senator Mbugo.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Witness, I want to refer you to your affidavit on page 114 of the Governor's documents, in particular number 6, where you say that the Speaker of the Assembly failed to conduct the proceedings with impartiality and in several instances demonstrated bias. Can you give this House examples of those bias? And number 2, the last sentence of number 7, you say that members had a right to choose the mode of voting, whether manually and electronically. Is this provided for in your standing orders, or where do you get these rights? Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Senator Beatrice Akenya.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, phones are very personal items. I would like to know from Mheshimiwa what role you have in knowing where people keep their phones, and especially on this member, how would you know where somebody's phone is? Do you have an official role of knowing where people keep their phones, or for what reasons did you know where the honorable member's phone was?
Senator Bone.
Mr. Speaker, I would like the witness to clarify to us one common denominator for all of us who speak English language in this chamber today is that at one time you went to school. Were you being reminded to carry with you a pencil and an exercise book when you're going to school? And if that common sense did not make it difficult for you, you always carried, why do you want me to believe that the Speaker or the clerk or somebody in Kericho had to remind you to carry the gadgets for you to go and vote? Finally, do you appreciate the fact, based on your verbatim contribution in the County Assembly and the contradiction you're making in the House today, do you appreciate the import of what you are doing to the case of the governor who you have come here to help to succeed in his case? Or have you deliberately come here to make fools out of the people who sit in this distinguished house?
Senator Maruma. Then log out, Honorable Senator, please. Senator Olekena. Senator Fernande.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mheshimiwa Martin, when you protested of not being given an opportunity to not to vote or participate, did you, I believe there is a Committee of Powers and Privileges in Kericho County Assembly. Have you reported this matter? Secondly, is it coincidence, according to Volume 1 of Governor's Bundle, that 18 of you did not carry their phones? 18 of you, because that is page 6 on Volume 1, and you are number 10, that all of you did not carry your phones that day to the chamber, because you knew the SMS link will be sent to your phone. And finally, Speaker, sir, I have seen the answered, and I have seen your affidavit. Who are you? Is this a number fraudite case? You are trying to be a number fraudite. Where are you? Do you want us to believe the affidavit or the answered? Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Senator Morgo.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, for giving me the opportunity. I would like to know from the Honorable MCA if he realizes that he is contradicting himself to have agreed with a report that intends to impeach the governor and yet denies signing. Does he realize how he is contradicting himself? And then secondly, did he plan with the lady MCA to leave their phones in the car? Because it cannot be a coincidence that they left their phones in cars and yet they were supposed to have them. Was there an intention, was there a prior plan before voting time?
Senator Olekena.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I have to attest that this is the first time I'm seeing an affidavit signed by several people. One affidavit signed by so many people. I think in law, an affidavit is supposed to be deponed by one individual. With that case as it might be, I just want some clarification from the witness. Whether indeed you went with all these 18, and I'm looking at your affidavit on page 113 of Volume 1 of the governor's documents. Volume 1, page 113. And it says, and I believe you are number 3 on this, we, the undersigned. I just want to be sure, and please correct me if I'm wrong. First of all, I've just said, and I stand corrected by both legal counsels, whether an affidavit in a petition can be signed jointly by various different individuals, although it was only by one person. Did all of you, 18 of you, go together, sit down together, and then, based on the order of names, the first one is Honorable Kamam Rop. After he signed, the next person, Honorable Kipto Faith, signs. And then now, the last question is this. I have seen another affidavit, Volume 7A of the County Assembly document, signed by the same person called Honorable Chepkurui Edna Tanui. I believe that's the same name here. Chepkurui Edna Tanui. How is it that you
You're off record, Honorable Senator. Senator Veronica.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I want to refer you to County Assembly documents, volume 4A, page 28. There is a report there, the electronic voting system, voting results audit, indicating that Honorable Cheriot Martin Kiplangat voted at 1926 and 12 seconds. Did you actually vote on any system that day, either on phone or on the computer that was in the house, in the assembly? Did you vote? You did not vote. So this is a false document, what the assembly has brought. Or have you changed your mind about the vote you put on that day, and following what you have alleged in your affidavit, that you think this system came without a proper tendering process, was installed in the night? Did you change your mind because of the way the system was introduced as a voting system during the impeachment proceedings? You never voted. So you want to tell Senate this is a false document, the one that has been brought by the County Assembly of Kericho? The report on the voting, electronic voting system.
They did the voting, the voting by electronic, but I myself did not vote.
Was there a system that day that was used by MCAs to vote? Did you see any system in the assembly?
There was no, it was using phones, MCAs phones.
So nobody voted on a desktop or laptop? It was just the phones?
I remember there was a knife, there was a laptop for those members who wanted to be assisted. They were told that you can be assisted to vote.
Senator Eddie, you know, Senator Veronica, you're not cross-examining the witnesses. You're supposed to, I know you're a lawyer, but in this instance, you're a senator. Senator Eddie.
Mr. Mheshimiwa, your affidavit, you says that you participated in the proceedings. That is on page 113. On page 114, you say you abstained because you were not trained on the use of electronic. Now, you and I are called upon to hold governors accountable. I hope you're familiar with Article 159 of the Constitution, which says that where there is procedural technicality, we must give substantive justice anyway. Your reason for not voting is because you're not trained in the use of electronics. You followed the proceedings there, you have followed the proceedings here, where there are glaring issues that have been raised in this case. Do you believe that the issues that have been raised in these proceedings and in your proceedings in the Assembly are issues that are tantamount to impeaching the governor? Because your reason here is not because the issues have no merit. It's because the electronic system was not, you are not afforded the training grounds. As an MCA, do you believe that the issues that have been raised here and during your proceedings are issues tantamount to the impeachment of the governor?
Senator Kisang.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, this is the first witness that is testifying for the governor. And if he's the best witness, I think the governor is cooked because, Honorable Speaker, you cannot be reminded to come to work and carry the tools of work. As Senator Sika said, that is common sense. You cannot go to school without your books. Honorable Speaker, and the MCA has confirmed himself that there was a laptop that was used to assist those who could not vote. How come the 18 of them could not volunteer and go to be assisted or walk out because they did not agree with the process? In this house, sometimes when we do voting, if the minority side are aggrieved or they are not agreeing with us, they walk out. How come you didn't walk out? Or went to the clerks and assist you to vote?
Senator Lominen.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. I ask the witness, Mheshimiwa, did you participate in impeachment motion?
Yes, the debate, I was there, but...
And did you vote?
I didn't vote.
Which means did you use to vote?
I didn't vote.
Okay. So, did you see the other 18, the 17, did you see them vote?
I didn't see them vote, Honorable Senator. When the Speaker directed voting to take place, we had requested him. Actually, one member, Honorable Paul B., stood on a division and requested that voting be done on roll call. And all of us, the 18 members, stood because we suspected manipulation on this voting process. I feared manipulation myself.
Confirm you are 17, not 18. Because did you see Edna vote?
I didn't see Edna vote, but she stood when the rest of the members stood.
Senator Wakoli.
My first question, my friend, honorable member. Are these phones that messages were sent to you, are they county assembly phones or personal phones? Number two, did you receive any SMS to your phone to remind you that you are supposed to connect with the system to vote? Huh? I'm talking about that day. And number three, when you are getting into the house, like we have our honorable sergeants at times, they always check these systems to see if signals are working. Did your sergeant at times come across to confirm if there are Wi-Fi, data, so that when they call to vote, you are actually updated?
Honorable Speaker, let me request that you allow me to respond maybe from what Mheshimiwa Senator has just asked about my phone. Is it personal or it's an assembly phone? Then I'll go back to the rest of the questions from the honorable senators. My phone is my personal phone. It is not a county assembly phone, so it's my personal phone. And also, you've asked of if I received the message to my phone. I've said at that particular time of voting, my phone was, I left my phone in the car. And since I didn't vote, later when I got my phone, the message was there. The message, the link, the SMS had been sent to my phone. And since I didn't have my phone at that time, I didn't open the message. So even up to now, up to date, up to today, as we are talking, the message is there. I have not opened. All of us, honorable senators, you know when a message comes to your phone, there is when you click to open, it shows that you've opened the message. So because of my fear myself of manipulation of the votes, I feared really getting into the link. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Senator Razana.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I would like to know from the witness, I would like more clarification on the phone issue, because we know that technology is so advanced lately, such that we have incidences, we have a screensaver which can actually make you not see what the person sitting shoulder to shoulder with you is typing. So how did you exactly know that your colleague did not vote? Because sometimes we sit shoulder to shoulder with our colleagues, and it's so hard to know what somebody is doing on their phone. Thank you. And the other 18 people, Mr. Speaker, I would like to know also if at all they were sitting in one place, or were they confined in one place such that you were able to monitor all of them? Thank you.
Senator Keroche.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. And I also want to talk to ask one or two questions to the Mr. Witness. I think when you talk of the electronics or the systems, and the first question you asked, your level of education, this is a diploma. And I look at you, you're not at 40. If Senator Keroche said about the technology is an analog, everybody will believe. But you now, it's very hard for people to believe that you ran away because of the system. And then, the other question, it's better you'd have even used, if I was your lawyer, I would have used and said, I didn't want to impeach the governor, but not about the system. The other, do you have your phone today?
Yes, Honorable Senator, I have.
How many times do you forget your phone? Because I know the young people, they don't forget. There is one thing they don't forget, their phones. Thank you. You are talking to your mother. That's why I know everything. Thank you.
So, Honorable Member, you may now proceed to respond to the queries.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Let me respond, Honorable Speaker. There is a question that, the first question that was asked by the Honorable Senator Sifuna about abstaining or did not vote. I deliberately did not vote because, as I've said, I feared manipulation in this. And before, the Honorable Speaker, when the debate was going on, it emerged even before that some members, I included, 4 members, were emerged that they already have been voted for. So the reason why really I didn't vote is because I feared manipulation. Honorable Speaker, there is a question also that was posed about making our request known that we needed otherwise voting apart from the electronic one. Honorable Paul B. requested the Speaker to allow us for the roll call, and when he stood, he was actually denied, but all of us stood on a division, the 18 members, and the Speaker directed that the electronic system be used. There is a question also, Honorable Speaker, about the affidavit of Edna Chepkirui, affidavit that was where the 18 of us swore I want to say that she was there and she swore in that affidavit as one of the 18 members. Another question, Mr. Speaker, Honorable Speaker, is that there was a question almost similar to the one I was asked before about my phone at the time of voting. Then I've said I didn't have my phone at the time of voting. It was in my car. And also, Honorable Speaker, there is another question also that was posed about getting the message, the link that was sent, about the link that was sent to my phone. And I want to confirm here that the link was sent to my phone. Later, when we came out of the assembly of the chambers, I saw the message in my phone, and I've stated that message is there. I didn't open the message. It's an evidence that I didn't vote that day. Madam Speaker, there is a question of all of us attending the Commissioner for Oath. I think this question was posed by Senator Olekina. Yes, all of us appeared, the 18 of us. Also, there is a question that was posed about the electronic vote. Pardon, Honorable Speaker. Senator.
Proceed on and answer the questions.
Thank you. There is a question also that was asked about, yes, standing order providing for the electronic voting. Yes, it provides, but also it provides for the roll call that we requested. So majority of the members that did not vote actually was not comfortable with this, with the mode of voting. So that is why I myself did not vote. And I've said I feared my vote could not be taken rightly, since I was not for the impeachment. There is also a question of from Honorable Senator about I having an official role in knowing where a member keeps a phone. This day we were seated almost next to each other, and actually she told me that she also didn't have a phone. So I don't know. I don't know exactly why also she didn't have that phone, but I can say by a word of mouth, she didn't have a phone. And also, there is a question of, do I need to be reminded to carry my phone? No, I do not need to be reminded, because I always carry it around with me. But at this time, this day I didn't have at that particular time, because I didn't want to. There were many calls actually coming from my people on the ground, so this was a weighty matter that actually needed a lot of attention. So I didn't want a lot of interference, maybe from the callers. So I kept it in my car. There was a question also that Honorable Senator said that asked if I've come to make a fools out of the senators. No, kindly, I've come to give my evidence, and this is a house of honor, a house of we regard highly honorable senators.
There was a question also. There's a question also that was raised by Honorable Gerard Gay, Senator Gerard Gay, reporting to the powers matters. If I have reported to powers and privileges, no, I've not reported. I have not. Yes, there is also another question of actually referring back to Mheshimiwa Honorable Etna about the phone that was asked by. It's actually similar. It's a similar question also that was asked by an honorable senator about planning for Edna to leave her phone, or whether we planned to leave our phones outside or elsewhere, away from the chambers. We didn't. Each member had an application his or on her own or his own to do whatever with his or her phone. I think there is also, I've responded to what Honorable Senator Olekina said about going to sign the affidavit. And yes, Honorable Madam Speaker, there was a question also that you posted that if you wanted me to confirm whether I voted at 9:26, and I confirm that I did not vote. And Honorable Senator Eddy, there was a question also about the proceedings and proceedings of the House and reasons for not voting. Then this one I say myself, I did not vote because, as I've stated, I feared a lot of manipulation in this, and that is why I didn't vote. So, Honorable Speaker, that is my submission. Thank you.
Senator Tabitha, we'll allow you indulgence to ask just one question. Then the speaker, then the witness will respond to that.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you. Just leave it at that. So nobody could access the voting if your phone has a password. Leave it at that.
Senator Kathy Muma.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. My question, I would want to understand what the Honorable Member was going through. So you went through this impeachment hearing.
Yes.
Were there issues, the issues that have been raised before us, did you find them weighty enough to impeach the governor, that your only problem was the method of voting?
No, I didn't support the impeachment of the governor, and I myself wanted to vote no for the impeachment of the governor. But as I said, I feared manipulation of the votes. I didn't trust the electronic process. That's why we had requested for the roll call.
Senator Lomenen. Mwaruma, it's reading Lomenen on the dashboard. Are you sitting on his desk? It's reading Lomenen.
So my question to the witness would be, the Speaker had ruled that electronic voting was going to be used. Now, you decided, the 18 or 17 of you, that you would not vote. What was the expected consequence did you think that the whole vote will be annulled by virtue of the fact that some of you have refused to vote? And if that is the consequence that you expected, can you invoke that part of the standing orders that you are referring to or you relied on to annul that vote? Because whether you vote or you don't vote, the vote will still count when others have voted.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. The Honorable Senator, we, as I've said, the 18 of us, let me talk of myself. We wanted, since we had not been inducted into this mode of voting that is electronic, we had requested the Speaker that he gives us the leeway that we use the roll call for this process, and because we believed it was a transparent way, and since he directed that let it continue that way. So the 18 members who had requested for this roll call never voted. And the process of voting continued, and the 29 members actually was in support of the voting, electronic voting system. And after the voting, after the voting, the results came out that it was 33 members who voted, whereas the 18 members who had requested otherwise, their votes were not captured because they didn't vote. So that was our fear, that there could be manipulation kind of. So that is why we declined to vote. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Witness, you are still not discharged. Senator Karen Nyamo and Senator Peris Tobiko, in that order.
Honorable MCA, you have stated that you did not vote because you feared manipulation. Manipulation by whom? And who had the admin rights during these proceedings of the governor's impeachment?
Honorable Speaker, that one I can say, since the Speaker declined to give us the roll call voting, then we feared manipulation from the Speaker. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Senator Peris Tobiko.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Mr. Witness, how many, were all the MCAs present at the chamber during the voting? And in your observation, how many voted yes and how many voted no?
Yes, thank you, Honorable Speaker. All the MCAs, the 47 MCAs were present in the chambers, and since the 18 members did not vote, we expected, or I expected that 29 members could have voted. But in the end of the voting, 33 members voted, but 18 members did not vote.
Senator Margaret Kamal.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Mheshimiwa MCA, I'm a bit confused. You keep saying 18 of us did not vote. We have listened to all the questions that have been raised. At one point, you disowned Etna. Did 18 vote? Are you still confirming that actually 18 did not vote? Number two, did you have a meeting of 18? Did you have a forum of 18 where you made up your minds that you are not going to vote, so that if Edna is denying that she didn't vote, then she betrayed the group.
Yes, thank you, Honorable Speaker. Madam Speaker, let me confirm that we were 18 who voted, who didn't vote completely, because at that time, the 18 included Edna, Honorable Edna, who stood with us, with all the honorable members. So 18 members did not vote. Secondly, Senator Kamar, on the question of maybe the video of all of us, we have videos of the 18 members. We have video of 18 members who never voted.
Senator Margaret Kamal, you know the right way to request for that. Senator John Kenya.
Thank you.
What's your point of order, Senator Margaret? Resume your seat, Senator.
I can't be
Kenya.
out of order.
My feeling is
just resume your seat.
Yeah,
it's a special proceeding.
Sorry, Madam Speaker. I was trying to intervene because the Honorable MCA is not answering my question. He is insisting that the 18 voted. Edna is insisting she did not vote. So I'm asking him, are you going on record to tell us that Edna is lying, that she did not vote, that she voted and yet she did not vote?
Honorable Speaker, sorry.
Senator Margaret, when the witness gives their answer, whether good or bad, that answer will help the senators to determine how to vote. So he's entitled to the answer he wants to give.
Madam Speaker, maybe let me request that you allow me to respond, because yes, I've said the 18 did not vote. I didn't say they voted. The 18 members didn't vote. And why is because later, when the results were declared, members, the 18 members, because we had to register the complaint, all the 18 members went to the DCI headquarters here to report and investigate the process of voting. The 18 members, that is why I was saying there is a clip to that showing the 18 members didn't participate in the voting process. They did not vote.
Senator John Kenya.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. My question to the honourable member is, can the hazard of Kericho County Assembly vindicate you in terms of you protested the electronic voting? And if it's so, there is provision in your standing orders that, one, if you agreed with the impeachment of the governor, you were to vote yes. If you did not agree, you are to vote no. If you are confused of what to do, you abstain. What was it so hard for you, the 18 of you, because you are not agreeing, to vote no? Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. As I said, Honorable Senator, that I myself, I was to vote no, and I was to vote no, but since there is something that I've said, and I'll just repeat it again, that I really feared, because I didn't trust the electronic process, I feared manipulation in this, because my name had a might before that I was among those who had been voted for, even before the voting process began. So I chose not to vote completely. I chose not to vote completely. And also, even from the Hansard and also from the Hansard and from the clips in the assembly, it is very clear that the members, those who chose not to vote, stood, and they can be counted 1 to 18. It's very clear. Thank you, Honorable Speaker, Madam Speaker.
The last question will come from Senator Seki Lenku. Then we'll close that, the evidence from that witness.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. To the witness, Honorable MCA, I want to believe that whatever that was talking here is the truth. Yes. And from what I've learned, you've really tried to balance yourself. And I want to agree that you know exactly what is all about the assembly. Does it mean that, Honorable Mheshimiwa, you've been forced by the executive to change your mind and say you've not voted while you voted? Because you see now, it seems like you voted. So can you tell this House that you've not voted, and that is all, rather than try to be just to double speak?
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Thank you, Honorable Senator. Madam Speaker, if there was a way you could allow me, I don't know. I have my phone still right now, here with me right now. I didn't vote, and it was voluntary. Nobody compelled me to say not to vote or do otherwise. If I was to vote, I was to vote no for the impeachment of the governor. I was opposed to the impeachment of the governor. And everything that I did it willingly, even if given chance at this time, still even to vote. I will vote no to the impeachment of the governor. I did everything willingly. In fact, even immediately after the voting process, we proceeded willingly to the DCI to report the improper way of how it was voted, and everywhere else, even coming here to the Senate. It is not by I'm not forced. I volunteered, and I'm willing. And if given chance, I'll vote no even today for the impeachment. Thank you.
Thank you. I want the clerk to confirm whether we now have the report from the ICT expert, the independent expert, so that we can proceed on to see whether we can take that. There was an earlier ruling from the chair that it should be produced today, and that evidence should be tendered today. So. Now, so you may resume your seat. The report is not ready, so I wish to direct the clerk that that report be tabled tomorrow at 9 a.m. when Senate session resumes, so that then amounts to a variation of the earlier ruling by the Speaker. The governor's team will have 2 hours, 40 minutes for evidence of remaining witnesses, if any, and the county assembly will have 1 hour, 30 minutes for cross-examination of the witnesses that will be called tomorrow by the governor's team. Honorable Senators, it is now 6:43 p.m., time to adjourn the Senate. The Senate therefore stands adjourned until tomorrow, Friday, 29th August 2025 at 9 a.m.
Can you again remind us the qualifications that you have on the ICT sector?
I have a degree in business information systems.
Business information system, eh?
Yes.
Okay.
Diploma in management of information system again. From Multimedia University.
Witness, can you be loud enough?
So I have a degree in business information system from University of Kabianga. I have a diploma in management of information system from, it was Kenya College of Communication Technology, currently Multimedia University. I am also at level, I have done section 4 of CASNEP. It was formerly called CICT. That is when I stopped doing the CASNEP exam.
Okay. Are you aware of the government of Kenya's policy in respect to development and hosting of domains?
Yes, I am.
Which is the policy?
It should be hosted with the geo.ke, the government platform.
Okay, which is the policy? We will come to the domain number, the geo.ke protocol. Which is the policy that governs the creation of ICT issues, including you as a developer going to host a website, developing it, deploying it for the application for usage. Which is the government policy on that?
I'm not very sure about that.
You're not very sure. Are you aware, and you have just mentioned it, are you aware that the government of Kenya has prohibited the hosting of our data abroad unless there is sufficient safeguards put in place for data protection? Are you aware of that policy?
Not aware, but our official website is hosted with ICT Authority of Kenya.
Which is?
Which is?
Yeah. Which is the domain that you say is hosted by the ICT Authority of Kenya? That is extremely important.
Kericho Assembly.go.ke.
Kericho Assembly.go.ke. .go.ke.
Yes.
That is the official county assembly domain that is hosted by the county, by the ICT Authority. Is that correct?
Yes.
Now, if you go to your website, which platform are you using? Is it the .co.ke protocol?
I can confirm the .co.ke protocol platform is for our internal system, for management of our internal affairs.
And that is the one that I'm concerned about.
Yes.
How was that system procured?
We worked on it. It's our inbuilt system.
Inbuilt system, eh?
Yes.
You're sure that you worked on it?
Yes.
Are you sure about that?
Very sure.
And you are the user?
Of the system. The finance team and the other teams are the users.
The users of the system?
Yes.
You are not the user of this system?
I don't understand properly the meaning of the user, as you are defined. I am the system admin to that.
You are the system administrator, right?
Yes.
And as this system administrator, what are you supposed to do?
To allocate the rights to users, to manage all the processes within that system.
Who allocates you rights as a user?
As a system admin.
Sorry, as a system admin, who allocates you rights as a system admin? Who?
It is the system admin who has the super rights to the system.
You have the super rights, eh?
Yes.
And who creates this system?
I have a team.
You have a team,
yes.
Eh? Where is it hosted?
We host with Host Pinnacle.
Host Pinnacle?
Yes.
This is important. What is Host Pinnacle?
It is a hosting site.
It's a hosting site, eh?
Yes.
Where is this Host Pinnacle located? Is it a public institution or a private institution?
A private institution.
A private institution. Eh? This hosting of data from the county assembly by a private site, and you've confirmed Pinnacle Limited is a private institution. How was that procured? How did you procure the service of hosting? your site with a private entity, despite the government of Kenya's policies on data protection. How did you do that? Did you procure for this service with this Pinnacle company, a private entity, to host very important information on the impeachment of a governor? Did you do that?
Not for the impeachment of the governor. It is for hosting our internal management system.
Hosting the internal management system,
yes.
Which is a web-based system, is that correct?
Yes.
And that application for voting was tied to that system?
Yes.
Is that correct?
It's correct.
So the question is, how did you procure an application for voting is tied to a system that is hosted